day. In this video I'll show you how to construct a bolt and a nut. So I took this page from the JPEGD workbook for grade 11 EGD. Obviously these are notes about bolts and nuts and washer as well. So if you look here, I have the bolt there and I have a nut there. So I'll show you how to construct the two. So now what's the difference between the bolt and the nut? So if you look at the bolt, obviously the bolt has what? A shaft. This bolt shaft. While a nut doesn't have a shaft, it's only the head. And a nut has a hole, a threaded hole there. And for the bolt has the shaft and the shaft is threaded as well. So now for you to construct or draw this bolt, obviously you have to draw the top view of the head of the bolt, which is this one. So this is the top view and this is the front view. So for you to draw the top view, obviously you will have to draw the circle first. But how are you going to get the diameter of the circle? Well, you will use this formula here. It's 1.5 times d. So the d is the m value of the bolt. For example, let's say this is an M20 bolt, right? So we are given that this bolt is an M20 bolt, and if you look up there, they said M is equals to D equals to the diameter. So obviously now I have this M value. This M value is this 20 here because this is M20. So if I substitute this M with 20, I'll get obviously 20 equals to the diameter. So that means the diameter of the circle will be equals to 20, but obviously I have to multiply that measurement or number by 1.5. Okay, so now before I proceed, I have this abbreviation here, AF. This AF stands for across flat as indicated here, and the across flat is the distance from this flat to this flat. So these two flats are opposite to each other. We call this what? AF, across flats. Okay, good. So now I'll start by drawing the top view of the hexagonal bolt. So obviously I have the formula there. The formula is, obviously I want to find the diameter of the circle, this circle. So the diameter will be equals to 1.5 multiplied by the m value. I normally write the formula like this with the m instead of the d. So obviously it's 1.5 multiplied by 20. Why 20? Because we are given that this bolt is an M20 bolt. So I'll just substitute that M with this 20. So I get 30. So our diameter is 30. Obviously I'll take my compass and I'll measure half of 30. We divide this diameter by 2. So that means it's 15. So I'll just measure 15 on my compass. I put my compass at the center and draw the circle. Okay, so this is my circle. So now I do have this circle. So now I'll have to try and draw this hexagon shape there. So obviously these are tangents to this circle. So what you have to do is to take your 30 by 60 and your t-square, and I'll start by constructing this horizontal line, this one. So construction line like that, line construction. And then I take my 30 by 60, I slide it towards the circle. So when it touches the circle, I just draw a line like that, and I flip my set square to the side and I draw a line. So obviously I put my compass, not my compass, sorry, I put my set square like this. I draw that line. That line must touch the circle, and then obviously I flip my set square and I draw this other line this side. Okay, so now I have this lower part of the hexagonal shape. So now I do the same thing up there. I'll just slide my T-square and draw a horizontal line, construction line, and I put my set square like this, and I draw a line there. I flip my set square again. I do the same thing this side, like that. So if you look at my drawing, you can see the hexagon shape there, so I can draw that in solid. So okay, this is my top view, and if you check from this page, there's some hidden details there. Why do we have hidden details there? It's because of the shaft of the bolt. So from here to there is equals to 20. So this D for me is the M value. So this 20, that means from here to there it's 20. So obviously I'll measure 10 from the center to here. I take my compass, then I draw those hidden detail lines, a circle, just like that. Okay, we also have the inner ones. The inner ones is for, it shows the thread of the shaft, obviously. So as you can see here, we have 0.1 times D. So this D for me is M. So that means for us to get this distance, we will say 0.1 times 20, which is this M value. So 0.1 times 20, we get 2. So that means we can measure 2 there from that circle going in, and then I take my compass again. I do the same thing. I draw a circle. Okay, so now I'm done with the top view of the bolt. So now I'll try and draw the front view of the bolt. So from here, I'll have to project all the points vertically, just like that. I project all those points down, and the circle as well. Okay, so now I can start anywhere. I can just start there and draw a construction line from there. So okay, so now because I'm drawing the front view of the bolt, obviously I'll start with the bolt head, and as you can see, we are given a formula there to get the height of the head. Normally they give us the height and also the length of the shaft of the bolt. So if you are not given, so what you have to do is you can use this formula to get the height of the head of the bolt, so which is 0.7 times the m value. So in this case I'll say 0.7 times 20. So what's the height? So the height, I'll just say h equals to 0.7 multiplied by the m value. So it's 0.7 multiplied by 20. Why 20? Because we are given that this is what? An M20 bolt. So what's the answer? 0.7 multiplied by 20 is 14. So it's 14 millimeters. So for the bolt, the height is 0.7, but when it comes to a nut, it's not 0.7 to get the height of the nut. To get the height of the nut, we'll use the formula 0.8 multiplied by the m value. So for the bolt, you must know that is 0.7, but for the nut is 0.8. Okay, so the height for the head of the bolt is 14. So I'll just measure 14 here and mark there. And draw a line. So obviously this is the height of the bolt. So now when it comes to drawing this arcs, as you can see, I have how many arcs? I have 1, 2 and 3. So now I'll just show you how to get those arcs. So now what you have to do is to take your 30 by 60. Our focus will be on this point, this point, this point and that point, right? So now obviously I take my 30 by 60, I put it like this on top of the t-square, I slide it to the first point there, and I draw a line construction, and then I flip my set square again to this point there, I do the same, I draw construction line there. So I must draw like a V-shaped lines. The lines must create a V shape there. And then when it comes to those 2 points, I'll just put my set square like this, draw a line from this point to this line there, and then I flip it to this point, I do the same thing, I draw a line from there to this one. Okay, so now I have this point. So this point, I'll put my compass to draw that small arc this side, and this side I'll put my compass there. And then when it comes to the arc in the middle there, I put my compass where? At this point. So now I'll just extend my center lines there. Just a minute. Okay, so before I draw the arcs from this point, I will have to draw a vertical line up to that highest line there. Do the same thing here, vertical line. So now I can just draw the arcs. I put my compass at this point to that point up there on that vertical line, and then I can just draw an arc like that. And then this side as well, put my compass there to this point there, and then I draw what? An arc like that. Okay, now I have to draw the arc in the middle, and as you can see, obviously from this front view I have 1, 2, 3 arcs. So for this arc in the middle, I put my compass down there, down here, up to that point there, and then obviously I'll have to draw of the arc, just like that. Okay, so now I just draw this line, that line, that line, that line, and then I can just close here like that. Okay, I'm almost done with the head. So now if you check properly here, at this corner here and this corner, I have what we call a chamfer. So we have a straight line here if you zoom properly there. So now how do we get this line? So that line is for, you see this space here, this gap there. So it means that I'll have to project this point of the circle vertically down as I did here. So that means I have a point there, and this side as well I have a point there. So in this case I take my compass, no, not my compass, sorry, I take my 30 by 60, I put it like this, and then I move it to that point, this point that I'm marked now, that one, and then I just draw a small line there, just like that, right? And then even this side I do the same thing. From that point I draw a straight line. Okay, and then I just join the 2 points, this one and that one, and then I'm done with the head of the bolt. So when it comes to the shaft of the bolt, obviously normally they give us the distance from there to there, but for now I'll just assume that the distance from here to there is 55. Let's say it's 55. All right, okay, so I'll measure 55 from the head of the bolt going down. So it's 55 from there to here, and then I just draw a line there. Okay, so now I just project this 4 points down to that line like that. Already I have this one, I have that one. Let me project this one like that. Okay, so now when it comes to, let me just extend the center line to show that this is a center line. Okay, remember I'm drawing what? The shaft of the bolt, right? Now I have that distance. So what about this distance, this length of the thread of the bolt? So normally they say it's two times the m value. As you can see here, it's 2 times the m. So I can just say t is equals to 2 times the m value, which is 2 times 20, that will be 40. So I'll measure 40 going up. So I'll just measure 40. 40 is somewhere there. And then I just draw an outline right away, like that. Okay, so that line is this line here. That means the thread of the shaft starts there, right? Okay, and then when it comes to this lines, obviously they've shown us that we use the 30 by 60. This angle of the line is 60 degrees. So obviously I use my 30 by 60 set square. I draw that line there, and I flip it to this side. I draw it this side as well, just like that. And then when it comes to this one here at the bottom, we use the 45 degrees set square. So that means I'll take my 45 from this point. I draw a line going up like that. And then even this side I do the same thing, and then I can just draw the shaft down to those points that I have down there, just like that. And then I draw that. Draw something like that there. Okay. I draw that. Draw that. So okay, if we check, I'm done with the bolt. So I'm done with the top view and um, the front view. So this is how we construct any given hexagonal bolt. We start by drawing what? The top view first, so that we can project all the points down, so that we can draw this front view. So this view, it shows how many faces? It shows 1, 2, 3 faces. And normally when it comes to the questions for mechanical assemblies, they'll specify or tell you that you must draw the M20 bolt showing 3 faces. So that means your bolt must be like this. But if they say draw a bolt showing 2 faces, your bolt head must look like this, because this shows 2 faces. Okay, so now I just want to quickly draw or show you how to construct this nut. Obviously we have 2 different nuts. As you can see, this one, I have a flat side and a side with arcs, but this one, both sides has what? Arcs. Ne? So now I'll just construct this nut. So I'll just use this page. I'll just add the nut down here. So let me just extend my center lines there, just like that. Okay, so I'll start there. Let me just start somewhere here. So now, what's the height of the nut? I told you that for the bolt, the height of the head of the bolt is 0.7 multiplied by m, and for the nut is 0.8 multiplied by the m value. So it's 0.8 multiplied by the m value. So that means it's gonna be 0.8 multiplied by 20, and the answer is 16. So that means the height of the nut is 16. So obviously I take my ruler, I measure 16 somewhere there, and then I draw a line there. Okay, so our nut will be there. So now when it comes to the constructions, obviously I have to project those points down. So now my focus will be on this point, that point, this point, and that one. And here I have this one, that one, and that one. Okay, so now when it comes to the constructions, it's the same as the bolt. The difference here is that I will have to do the constructions both sides. Okay, I'll start this side up there. I project this point down to the center line, then I flip my set square just like that, and then obviously from this point I have to draw a line up to that line, and then this side from that point to this line, and then obviously that means I got this point and that point, and then from those points I draw what? vertical lines up to there, okay. So now I can just draw the arcs up there. I'll start with this one, this side, draw an arc, put my compass as well here, draw an arc like that, put my compass down there up to there like that. I don't know if you can see, from here to up there, and then I draw that arc. Okay, so now I have those 3 arcs up, and then now I have to draw the arcs down here. So I'll do the same thing, put my compass just like that. From this point I draw a line going up there, and then from this point do the same, draw a line up to there, and then from here to there. Okay, so normally that means my drawing is not accurate. Normally, obviously, the points are at the same points that I got for the arcs for this side, so that means I can just use those points. I'll just do like this, draw a line down there, a line down there. Okay, then I take my compass, put it there to there, and then just draw an arc, same this side, put my compass there, I draw an arc, and then for the bigger arc I put my compass somewhere up there to there, just like that, and then I draw the arc. Okay, I'm almost done. Now I'll just join those points, that point, okay. So remember, I have to draw the chamfer, using my 30 by 60. From there, just draw a line like that, and then the side as well, just a straight line, and down here. And please make sure you add the small lines at the corner there. Please, always you must add those lines. Then now I can just join the points. Just like that, I'm done drawing the bolt and the nut. I hope you enjoyed the video and you've learned something from this video. And then for this video I'm done, and good luck. Sharp.